Okay, so as you're no doubt aware, it was just over a week ago that we were battered in the UK here by Storm Arwen. We live in a semi-rural location and it's not unusual for the power to go off, and sure enough that night it went off about 10 at night and didn't come back on till 3 o'clock in the afternoon the next day. Now this isn't unusual for us. We're used to the power going off maybe 2 or 3 times a year. So over the years I've gathered together a few things that will help us in such a situation. I've got devices to give us power so we can use our gadgets, our phones and other things like tablets to keep us entertained. Emergency lighting that is also rechargeable, and I can recharge it from the emergency power packs that I've got. Also your central heating's no good without the electric. The panel won't work, you can't ignite the gas, so we've got a wood stove and that manages to keep us warm throughout the night and throughout the day if it gets really cold. Okay, here you can see pictured as one of the power packs that we used. It's one of the 50,000 milliamp hour ones. We use this to charge the mobile phones, charge the tablet and keep it running, and we could have charged the lighting up if we'd wanted to or needed to. Okay, this is the Samsung tablet that kept us entertained throughout the night. We kept it running with the power packs. We drained one of the power packs completely and the other one still had 2 bars left by the time the power came back on the next day at 3 PM. We could have kept it going with the solar generator boxes, but we managed okay with just the power packs. This left us carrying on, able to watch YouTube all night using the unlimited data from the mobile phone, which was switched to a Wi-Fi hotspot, and so the tablet just took it as being a Wi-Fi router. Okay, pictured here is the Marshall Bluetooth speaker we used to get decent sound from the tablet. We could also have played music on this, and to the right of that is my largest solar generator, capable of 350 watts for an hour. Using that and the other solar generator, the smaller one, which I'll show you in another picture, we probably could have carried on how we were for at least a week. Okay, in this picture you can see the Untitled inspection lantern angled towards the lampshade that was lighting up the whole room. A fantastic Les Paul guitar. My plate, we were able to cook a meal and have something to eat. The UCO lantern provided a nice bit of ambience in the room. A can of lager because I got a bit thirsty, and an e-cigarette.
Yeah. Oh, at least we're keeping warm. Oh yeah. There's an LED light going in the corner, running off a power pack, keeping us going. Oh. Weather in the storm. Yeah.
Okay, here we can see little Patch, Mr. Snooky, as we like to call him. This is how he dealt with the stormy night. Actually, that's not true. He's an old boy. He's 17 now. He has a bit of dementia, and we did have to carry him up and down the outside steps several times throughout the night. But that's how it is, coping with an old dog. After the storm, though, it was a completely different story. He was back to his old confused self, bless him. And here he is, cuddled up to his best mate, Ruby the rooster cat. We were quite lucky though. Once the storm had passed, I had a quick look round and we didn't really have any damage. One of the picket fence panels had come loose. I put that back in, put a couple of screws in, and that's nice and solid now. But in the road next to us, a tree had come down and was blocking one side of the roadway. Okay, so here's a selection of the power packs that was available for us to use. These are basically rechargeable batteries. Once fully charged, you can use these to run tablets, mobile phones. It'll recharge them or it'll just run them from flat. So this one's 500 milliamp hours, 5,000 milliamp hours. This one's 5,000 milliamp hours, and this is my latest one which just arrived. This is 10,000 milliamp hours. You can see this got an indicator light showing 4 bars fully charged. and that one lights up blue. You can't really see it in this light. We ran that one completely flat. This one we got it down to 2 bars. This one I didn't need to use. Very handy gadgets to have. Okay, and here we have a selection of the lanterns that helped us get through the night and meant that we still had light. Here we have an ordinary UCO camping lantern. It takes tea lights. It does kick off a bit of heat and it gives off quite a surprising amount of light, but really it was mainly for a bit of ambience on the night. You can't go wrong with that. No maintenance really required. This is a rechargeable lantern. I've got a couple of these, very handy to have. It's got hooks so as you can hang it up, and these fold out. You can use it as a downward lighter. So basically you've got spotlight, different settings, flashing light, and then they will light up at the sides. Fold them down and just use it as a standard lantern. That was great. We mainly just use it for when we were moving around from room to room. This was absolutely brilliant. It's an Iron Hell inspection lantern. This is the smallest battery they do, 1.5 amp hour. They might do 1 amp, I'm not sure. You have a button on the front to show you how much power is left. It was about a year ago when I charged this up, and it gives off a surprisingly huge amount of lights. I use it as an uplighter. If you point it up, it lit off the ceiling. I did angle it towards the metal lampshade we had in the bedroom, and that lit up the room fantastically. These are great, these. It ran all night on the 1 battery, and it still had a bar left in the morning. So yeah, that's how we managed to keep all lit up. And here we have 2 solar generator boxes. Now you can recharge these from your car, solar panels, and they both come with power packs, and you can charge them from the mains. This one is the smallest, obviously. It's 150 watts, so it'll run 150 watts for an hour, but we're only charging small items like tablets and mobile phones. It's got fast charge USB, standard USBs. It's got a little light on the front. Just get that to work, which is really bright. And then you have your 240 main socket. So it'll charge a laptop up about 3 times before it's flat. This is a bigger one. This will do about 380 watts in 1 hour. Again, you have a little light on the front, which is super bright. Standard USB, fast charge USB, and a Type-C charger. And it's got a 240 volt socket on the back. Again, you can run a whole computer off this. I run the main computer in the shed that I use for editing. It'll run that for 5 hours, but again, it'll recharge a laptop 5 or 6 times. Mobile phones and tablets, many times, probably 20 times over for the tablet, and maybe the same for the mobile phone. On these, both these and everything I had, we probably could have managed without power for maybe about a week. These things aren't cheap, but they're very handy to have. The shed's an off-grid shed, and that's how I get my power in the shed. It's 2 days after the storm. Now, let's see what's going on. Oh my god, bird bath completely frozen. Yeah, now we have snow. Oh. Yeah. Let's get in the shed and get the heating on. Whew. Chopping blocks are all covered. Wow. That's kind of nice, but I'll be glad to get in the shed in the warm. That's better. Whew. Well, we've got the heating on. It's not easy figuring out how to heat a plastic shed. I'll get around to exactly how I do it in another video. Wow, stay warm everyone. Well, it's snowing really good now. Yeah, they're starting to stick. I was going to do a bit out here today, but there'll be no chance of doing any work. Yeah, shed looks kind of festive in this weather. It really is sticking now. Wow. Yeah, you can't see the hill, it's completely gone. Normally you can see it when the weather's clear. Let's have a quick look round, see how it looks. Just hope I don't tread in any hidden dog's eggs. Yeah. Well. Hoo hoo hoo. Or ho ho ho. Yeah, this is a bit of a surprise. Oh, let's get in and get warm, mate. Yeah, good to be back in the warmth. Ooh. Well, what a weekend. The snow was a big surprise. I certainly wasn't expecting that. But that's how we managed to get through Storm Arwen. How was it for you? Please comment below, let me know. I know some parts of the UK were hit quite badly and people did have some terrible damage. I hope you weren't one of those people unfortunate enough to have some you know, bad damage. But let me know in the comments below. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you could give the video a thumbs up and maybe subscribe and hit the notification bell and select all, you'll keep up to date with what I'm doing. You can even join my Patreon if you want. Yeah, it's not a day for messing about outside. Quite festive, isn't it? Anyway, all the best, men in the shed.